Hello, I'm Tony Bishop from Guerrilla Cricket, and recently I had the pleasure to interview Anindya Dutta, author of Wizards, the Story of Indian Spin Bowling. No less than Kapil Dev called the book a truly compelling read, and indeed it is. From the 74 Indian greats in the book, I asked Anindya to pick two spin quartets, one for a home series and one for an away series versus England. Here, for our friends at CricTracker, he shares his home selection. You've got a home series in India, you've got an away series in the UK. You're playing against the current England team, and you can pick from a wonderful canvas of 74 incredible spinners. So let's set you off on that little task. Where do you start?
Okay, that's a tough one. But the starting point, I think is easy as far as I'm concerned. Let's go with the home team first, right? That's the easier one if you like, or maybe the more difficult one because a lot of spinners know how to bowl in home conditions. The first person I would put in my team, in fact, if it wasn't England, which came in the second part, he would be in that as well. But definitely leading the spin bowling of my home team would be Subhash Gupta. From all accounts, I haven't had the good fortune to see him bowl, but from every account that I've read, every one of his colleagues who I've interviewed, he was the most amazing leg spin bowler, probably of all time. Gary Sobers more than once has said that he considers Subhash Gupta to be a better spinner than Shane Warne, better leg spinner than Shane Warne.
Wow.
I remember another Sobers comment about Gupta where he said he didn't take a lot of wickets, but he took a lot of good wickets. And when Gary Sobers says that about someone, and in the same breath he says that he did things which even today I cannot believe. You have to think that the man was something special. Your readers can read the book to see why he had a very short career, thanks to the Indian administrators. He just gave up and went away to the West Indies. He went and settled there in Trinidad, had a very short career. He was at the top of the world just before that. So Subhash Gupta would definitely be my first pick. Second, Vishen Singh Bedi. I mean, Vishen Bedi would walk in any team as a spinner, in any age.
And there is, of course, a link to English county cricket because he made
Absolutely.
a number of years with huge distinction for Northants, where he is, I'm sure, still revered.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate the way his county career ended after that Vaislin episode in India, where he stood up.
Bringing an artificial substance to the ball is very much now a highly topical discussion, as whether or not allowed to spit or sweat on it to make it swing and seam.
Exactly. I mean, what would they say to Lever? He would walk into the team, right?
Vaseline, not sandpaper.
Yeah. So Vishen Bedi, I mean, I'm just the first spinner I ever saw bowling was Vishen Bedi. I was 7 years old, wanted my father to watch my first cricket test match against the West Indies in Calcutta, Eden Gardens, and this whole thing of watching Bedi come in between the umpire and the stumps with his beautiful left arm action, and just, batsmen just didn't know what to do with his flight because they couldn't read him. Although it just seemed so deceptive, and he was just an amazing bowler. So Vishen Bedi would walk in.
I remember extraordinary grace about Vishen Bedi. There was a fluidity and just a stylish simplicity in his action that I remember from my childhood, certainly.
Yeah, that's how he was perfectly side on, right? It was just completely fluid, the whole action. Which is why, I think the batsman didn't know that the angle was changing, the length was changing, whether he was bowling the arm ball. They had absolutely no idea because it just looked the same, which was his greatness. And then there would be Rapalli Prasanna, who if you like, was the mirror image of Bishan Bedi in a way, right? From a flight perspective, from the ability to fool a batsman. You had Ian Chappell telling me a few times in our conversation that when Prasanna bowled to him, it was like the ball was on a little string, and it would never get to where he thought it would. So when you have a bowler like that in your team, you have to pick him, right? Whatever the condition.
Wasn't it Ian Chappell? I think there was a line in the book where Ian Chappell said one of the great joys of my cricketing life was to play against Praz.
Absolutely. I think
He's clearly a fan.
They were great rivals and great friends. They became great friends just because of respect for each other. And finally, I have to pick Anil Kumble, right? On an Indian pitch, you don't know how the pitch is going to behave. Maybe it's just going to be a flat track. Maybe it's going to be a turner. It doesn't matter, because you've got Anil Kumble in there, and he's going to be out there all day long trying to get his wickets, right? And you know that if you want a breakthrough at some point in time, he's going to get it for you. Such a lion-hearted bowler. So I would pick Anil Kumble as my fourth spinner for my home series.
Guerrilla Ship Podcast. You're bringing me views.